1998 track and field team. This team ranks as perhaps the most dominant team in UCM track and field history and was loaded with outstanding talent. For the indoor season, the Mules gave an indication of what would come later in the outdoor season. They won the MIAA indoor title with 161 points and a winning margin of 56 points. Jeff Sander was high point individual with 25 points. Jeff Kramer set a meet record in winning the weight throw. Jeremy Knox was a double winner in the 55 and 200 meters. The Mules placed third at the Division II Indoor Championship. Then came an amazing outdoor season. The Mules claimed the MIAA outdoor title with 216 points and a winning margin of 70. Altogether, they won 11 events in the meet. Jeff Kramer set a meet record in winning the discus. Andrei Skvortsov did the same in the pole vault. Jeff Sander won the decathlon and was the meet's high point individual. They had 4 double winners. In addition to his discus win, Jeff Kramer also won the hammer. Andrei Skvortsov won the triple jump in addition to the pole vault. Alexander Alexin won the 800 and the 1500 meters. Vladimir Golias won the 10K and the steeplechase. The NCAA Outdoor Championship saw the Mules score 57 points and place third, their highest point total and best finish ever in the national meet. They had 3 individual national champions, Jeff Kramer in the discus, Jeff Sander in the decathlon, and Vladimir Golias in the steeplechase. 6 current UCM Hall of Fame members were on this team, 5 of whom are here today. Now please watch this video to learn more about the 1998 Mules Track and Field team.
Well, the thing about the 1998 team that was really interesting and dynamic in my mind, it was probably the first team that we had that was really well-rounded. I mean, we had good jumpers, we had good sprinters, we had great distance runners, great field event people. And I think I went back and looked, and we had a combined 14 national title athletes on that program. And that was when we had that great 2 cross-country teams, I think 97, 98, where they did really, really well. So, I mean, we had Alexander Alexin, who was a cross-country national champion, won the mile. Vladimir Golias, who won 4 national steeplechase titles. Philip Siana, who was another great distance runner in that year, scored in the 10K at the national meet. And then we had Jeff Kramer, which, he won 2 national titles, was a great hammer thrower, discus thrower for us, and did many, many good things. Jeff Sander, best decathlete we've had in school history, was a 2-time national champion, scored in other events. Probably 2 of the greatest sprinters that we had, as far as Jeremy Knox and Edwin Harris, that could run from 60 meters all the way up to 600, were on that team. We just had so much talent on that team, and it really was a lot of fun, and just to be a part of that was neat. Just the diversity that we had. I mean, we had a great 60-meter runner, we had a great 10K, we had everything in between. We had a thrower that could throw it all, we had jumpers, vaulters, high jumpers. I mean, we had it all. And that's a rare quality to have at the Division II level. You know, we just went to those national meets, and our kids performed well. I mean, we had great conference meets. We knew we were good, and it was just a matter of getting to the national meet, being healthy, and being able to perform. And also we had Andrei Skvortsov, who was won 3 national titles in the pole vault. And so, I mean, just the depth and the quality we had was so much fun. And those guys stood the test of time. Those guys would be still really good now in the era today. And just the variety of things that those guys could do were pretty amazing. You know, we were the dominant force, and that was the beginning of an era where we won about 80% of the conference titles for about 20 years, and we were kind of the bullies of the MIAA, and it was a lot of fun for us, and maybe not so fun for everybody else. You know, for Central Missouri, a team that had never really been one to make a lot of noise at the national meet, to have so many athletes there and performing, and people being on the podium and winning national titles, that really for us was kind of a breakout moment where now everybody said, well, Central Missouri, they're always a top 10 team, and they're a team to be reckoned with. And that was really kind of the beginning of the dominance that we've had here in the MIAA. To see our athletes succeed, to not only be an All-American, but to win national titles, I mean, you think back of the whole process, you know, that first email, that first phone call, and that conversation, and getting the kid here. You know, Jeff Sander is a great example, who won the national title that year in the decathlon. I think he was an All-American maybe in the hurdles and the high jump or whatever indoors. I can remember his recruiting visit distinctly, and he actually came to the basketball program, and maybe they weren't interested, I don't know, but then he came into my office. He'd only been doing track for 2 or 3 months, and But I loved a couple things about him. And he came here and he was as raw as it gets, but he was a talented athlete. And to see him go from, I hate to see a little farm boy kind of type person, but to grow into being a national champ, it's a lot of fun. Jeff Kramer the same way. When he got here, he barely could score in the conference meet, and when he left, he was a national champion. And to see those kids develop and work hard in the process of 4 or 5 years to get to the success and the highest level they can get to is that's why we coach. That's why we're here. Well, this team deserves to be in the Hall of Fame because of the success that they had, not only at the conference level and at the national level, but the quality of athletes that were involved in that. I mean, there's just so many super studs in that team that were a joy to coach. And I think back and I looked at the people that we had on our coaching staff. A lot of those were alumni of our program: Paul Orscheln, Matt Clark, Christy Stevens, Sean Cooper, and Steve Bailey. We actually stole him from the high school. He came over and was a part of that. And I can remember Kirk and I at the national meet just kind of had that smile on our face. Man, this is a phenomenal team. And they attained it all. Everything that really could be attained at that point was done. Hey, 1998 team, thanks for all the fun that you guys were to coach. Thanks for the joy that you had. Coaches that were involved in that program, thanks for all the hard work that you gave so we could have the success. Congratulations, team.
Will the team members from the 1998 Mules Track Field team here today please come forward? Chad Craighead, Jason Dahl, James Gillespie, Edwin Harris, Adam Kimbrough, and current UCM Hall of Famers: Alexander Alexin, Jeremy Knox, Jeff Kramer, Jeff Sander, and Andrei Skvortsov, and co-head coaches Kip Chandran and Kirk Peterson. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the Hall of Fame the 1998 Mules Track Field team.